Hi gang, this is Denise and pose of the week. Today our pose is Parigasana or gate pose or bolt pose. So we'll begin this pose on our knees. I'm giving myself a little extra padding today. And yeah, it's a pose where, if your knee is really, on a tender spot, it can be quite distracting. So feel free to give yourself some padding, no worries. All right, so I'm gonna reach out with my right leg here. In this posture, there's just so many places where you can kind of collapse or go into weak areas. So I'm going to suggest we make this a very strong gate pose. And so I want to keep my hips over my knee rather than letting them fall back. I'll show you why I'm saying that, because if you let the hips fall back, you'll find that you can really bend a lot to the side. It's kind of like you have more range of motion. But if we keep the hip here, and whether we rotate the leg internally or externally, we're going to have less range of motion. But I think the point in this pose is more of an uplifting action rather than trying to bend into the hip as deeply as we can, like we do in so many poses. Okay, so let's treat this one as a strong pose. So when we take the foot out, we might take the body this way. So it's nice to have a block handy so that you can explore a little bit. I'm just going to put it beside my leg here and make sure it's nice and solid. So once again, I'm avoiding this moving back action. And now I'm also going to avoid spinning my trunk, which could easily happen here as well. So my hips are staying level, and I'm actually activating this leg as though I want to pull it into the socket, rather than letting my body go to its extreme end range. I'm going to instead activate upward. This is going to help keep my hip over my knee rather than, again, letting it collapse out. And then I can actually spin back into the superficial back line of my body, this back body support. It's like a built-in support structure. And now I can really explore this upward lifting action in this pose. And again, we do so many postures in yoga that are hip opening. This particular pose could potentially give you a sensation of expansion, but it's pulling everything into the center. So once again, I'm keeping my hips level over my knee, keeping this leg super active. I actually prefer to put the toes up, but it's also fine to do it this way. All good. I'll have a block ready and keeping my front body level, finding the support in my back body, drawing this leg into the socket, drawing my front body into my back body, and my full deep breath. I could have a hand on a block. Try not to put a hand right on the knee because it kind of encourages hyperextension, which we don't want to do here. And then explore that upward lifting energy, legs pulling in and energizing up through the body. It's a really refreshing, uplifting pose, and I'm avoiding collapsing anywhere into my joints, so it can be super strengthening as well. I invite you to try it that way. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy gate pose. Bye for now. Please send your requests. I'd love to hear about it.